Hi, Brent Abel here, WebTennis.net. I want to talk a little bit about a serve and volley strategy that I've really started using more and more over the last couple of years. And typically on serve and volley, is you go ahead and serve, and you want to get in as pretty close to the tee as you can for this first volley. And yet, the reality is that you've really got to come into your split step where you have to stop to react to the returner shot wherever you are back in here. So if you end up hitting a pretty good serve, you might only get to say halfway between this baseline and the service line. And a good serve meaning that you've got some pace on it where it really gets to the receiver pretty quickly. You're going to have to stop here pretty soon. And one of the problems that I've sort of gotten in, I wouldn't call it a problem, but one of the realities of getting older is that you start to lose a little bit of speed. And whereas you might have gotten up into this area, let's say 5 or 10 years ago, now you're only getting to maybe about in here. And what's happening is the return is getting lower and lower to your feet, making it really tough for that first volley. So, here's what I've been kind of tinkering with lately is I've been coming in and actually stopping a little bit sooner, especially against returners who are really good at getting the ball down low to my feet and letting the ball bounce and kind of come up a little bit, so that really what I've got here is, rather than a first volley approach, I've got really a ball that kind of bounces, gets up a little bit, and allows me to play more of a traditional approach shot. It's not really a half volley, but I'm not worried about this player being able to cover each and every one of these approach shots I hit. And what happens is, if you use the right technique on your approach shot, is that you play a good controlled shot to a corner, even in the middle, but let's say you play it to this corner, and your footwork allows you to really get up inside the service line to be able to play that first volley. So, blah, blah, blah. What's the point here? Well, what I want you to try to experiment with is, rather than serving and just helter-skelter coming in as close as you can get, and, if this receiver is pretty good, they'll end up getting the ball down low to your feet with no pace, giving you nothing to hit, is stay back in here just a hair, let the ball bounce up. Now you've got a nice approach shot that you can play. Follow that in, obviously, and get a really good court position for that next shot. Don't worry about getting caught in here. Everyone says, well, I don't want to be caught in no man's land. Well, when we transition from the baseline up to net, there's always a shot that's going to have to be played somewhere in this area, whether it's a volley or whether it's a half volley or even just a traditional approach shot. You're going to have to play a ball somewhere in this area. It's not a problem as long as you know how to play that shot properly. Move your feet through the shot as you play it, and you'll get a good court position for this next shot. All right, any questions? Brent at WebTennis.net. Have a great day out there. Hi, it's Brent. Hope you enjoyed that short clip on serve and volley. And hey, if you really want to be a problem for your opponents, you need to be able to serve and volley at least some of the time. So if you haven't already done so, pick up your copy of my very detailed DVD lesson on serve and volley at that URL that you see on the screen in front of you. All right, hope this has helped. Any questions? Brent at WebTennis.net. Have a great day out there.